Took my first breath where the muddy rises, spills into the Gulf of Mexico. The skyline's colored by chemical plants that put bread on the table of the working man, where the working man does his best to provide safety and shelter for kids and a wife, giving a little of a soul every day, making overtime.
All right. Oh, fuck. Of course. Oh, there's no way to fix this. Of course. Haven't filmed in a fucking month. And the one time I'm like, you know what? Today it's going down. I look like a fucking crisscross applesauce fucking chocolate Danish bun right now. Jesus. All right, boys. Do I get a towel and pin it on the wall? Fuck, dude. I gotta invest in curtains. Give me a sec, boys. I gotta figure this out. There's no amount of aperture changing that will fix this. This is the worst time to film. What time is it right now? Let me try again in an hour. Give me a sec. Check 1, check 2, check 3. All right. Holy fuck, boys. We're back. We're fucking back. Feels good. Feels good, man. Fucking back. I'm sorry. I want to start off by saying I'm sorry, because I know to some people, the same way other podcasts and shows and things, to me, you kind of become like dependent on it a bit, and you look forward to it, and you know, when you got shit going on in your life, you sometimes, like, it's as stupid as a podcast or a fucking thing that you're like deep down you're like, fuck, I really need that person to upload this week, you know? Like it's a highlight of my week, or you know, when shit, it's like my comfort place. I'm only speaking from terms of like, I have that with other channels and shows and podcasts and stuff. I'm not trying to put myself on that level. Like, you know, this fucking little podcast thing I do is like that for a bunch of people, but I'm sure just from reading some comments that it is for some, you know, and I went ghost for like 5 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever it is. I haven't uploaded, and I'm sorry about that to those people, but there is a reason. I mean, if you guys watched my last episode, I was kind of breaking down that I can't even remember. I was like 20 days out, couple weeks out of quitting Kratom in like 7OH and whatever, all that shit, and it was just like kind of explaining the battle of that a bit. That, you know, the hard part of it was over, but the lingering after effects of it, like learning how to have motivation and focus and just like feeling happy and shit, like on your own without a drug, you know, was gonna take some fucking time, and yeah, and I've had so many moments in the last it's been like 70 days since I quit Kratom. You know, it's more than 2 months, and they say 2 to 3 months is like the kind of the window of when you really start feeling like yourself again, you know. And I'm fucking very close to that. I've experienced very like big pockets of time, like full days of just feeling all right, you know, and feeling motivated and getting a good workout in and getting a bunch of shit done. And yeah, it's just so what I didn't want to, for one, every time I was gonna go shoot, I felt like I was forcing myself to. And like I've said from the very start of making this podcast kind of like channel, like I never want it to be forced, you know? I don't do this for income. The only thing that was overriding this was, like I just said when I started this video, is like there might be someone else out there. Like, dude, I read the comments on the last video. Like, I had no idea so many people were experiencing similar things with kratom and stuff, or maybe even just like with other things, like maybe drinking, or maybe like weed or coke, or fucking, you know, just trying to get over something and not feeling like themselves, or going through withdrawals, or fucking whatever that shit is. And that was a little voice in my head that made me almost shoot for you guys. Is just like, maybe there's someone else out there that's going, oh fuck, he quit, like I want to quit my thing, and fuck, I wish he would update us on how he's doing, or like the process, or how he's feeling, or how he's dealing with shit. But what overrided all of this, and why I didn't upload, one, it felt too forced. I was going through something kind of heavy, and I needed to just handle that for once in my life, not make content or a project or fucking anything on the internet. And this is going to sound selfish, but I had to be selfish. I feel like I haven't been selfish when it comes to content since I was fucking 15 years old. You know, like I had to just go, you're going through something, dude, and like your mind is changing and figuring things out every single day throughout this process. One, I don't think it's right to go on and shoot a podcast and give advice to, like, you know, thousands of people while you're still figuring it out. You know, it's like dropping a recipe for how to cook a certain dish while you're still figuring out what the dish is. You know, that's what it felt like. And I was just like, you know what? When I'm ready and it doesn't feel forced, like right now, this doesn't feel forced at all. I'm excited to be back. And when I've really gotten through all the fucking emotions and learned what I've learned from it, I want to come on here and give like my advice and my opinions and my story on it, so that, like, you know, it wasn't an up and down confusing thing. It was like, all right, this is what I fucking learned, you know? So that's why I waited, guys. And like I said, I apologize. And for anyone that is watching this video, and, you know, because I don't know, maybe not uploading, it just like kills algorithm, or if I mean, it doesn't matter. Who's going to watch this video? It'll matter to them, you know? But I'm back, man. And yeah, like I said, I think it's like 70 days now or something, which is funny. Like, I remember reading on a Reddit forum about quitting this shit. It said something about, once you kind of forget what day you're on, once you stop counting the days, you'll know when you're actually doing better. And I kind of experienced that this week, which has been kind of cool, you know? Because at the early days, I mean, when I first, like, I went to Japan and I made a little thing in my notes to count the days. I was breaking it down by 6-hour increments. Like, I couldn't even do full days. I couldn't be like day 1, day 2. It was so heavy that I was breaking it down as 6 hours. Okay, you hit 12 hours. That's half a day. All right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was even into like the third day, it was still like, you know what I mean? 36 hours. Like, fucking, I had to make it a small window so that, like, when I would hit them, I would feel this like sense of accomplishment, like something's good is happening here. But yeah, man, I stopped kind of counting days. The last time I checked is when I hit, you know, 2 months. Like, when I hit 60 days, I was like stoked. I was like, fuck yeah. And I can honestly say, on the other side of it, I guess I can't say 0, but fucking close to 0 when it comes to wanting to do kratom or anything ever again. I definitely had a wake up moment of, yeah, this shit tricked me. It tricked me into thinking that I needed to work out and to stay focused and to work hard and to build my business and to be funny on camera and to be entertaining, and like, it's my energy. Like, the thing tricked me for sure. That was my big realization. It's like, even right now, I have energy. I'm happy. I'm fucking vibrant, I would say, on camera. It's just who I am, you know? If anything, a drug or a substance just makes you, it might at the start elevate some things, but it eventually, once you overuse it, it just makes you baseline. It just brings you back to being you, except it's you while taking a drug. That also means when you're not taking it, you are not you. You are fucking a lower version of you, and that is what you're paying for, you know? And that was the big realization. And yeah, the I said this in the last video. I mean, even when I came back from China, my face was a little like puffy and full, and like I gained like 15 pounds, which was to do with, like, you know, the depression from the withdrawals and shit, eating and shit, and fucking not being able to really work out as hard as I was. But to be honest, I'm sorry, I'm losing train of thought, but like I definitely figured that out. I know last video I was talking about, like, I was kind of in the midst of like, fuck, how am I going to figure this out? Like, if I gain a lot of weight, or if I like, I can't work out, or I can't do this, these are going to be things that are going to make me want to do it again. And so I made that the goal. And what came out of it was that you had to go to the root of the problem. And for me, since I was a fucking kid, and it stems from a lot of childhood shit, probably, but whatever it was, I've always had some sort of like eating disorder that was the actual root of the problem. Like, even when you guys saw me and I had a fucking 6-pack and I'm, you know, taking kratom and working out 7 hours a day, like, I was eating healthy, but I was still way overeating. So the drug was just helping me way overwork out to balance it out and give me a 6-pack. You know what I mean? Like, that's the truth. And it's, so when I thought the problem was, why can't I still burn 2,000 calories a day? Why can't I still do all this shit? Why can't I, you know, work 14 hours a fucking day and build all these projects and all this? Dude, the biggest realization was I was doing too fucking much. Like, I've even had like ex-girlfriends say that to me. I've had friends say that to me. I've had family say that to me. They're just saying, like, what you're doing in a 24-hour day to just feel like enough is way too much. Like, the pressure you're putting on yourself to accomplish these things are way too much. So I had to let go of that, you know? And I still do a workout every single morning. I still try to burn like 800, 1,000 calories every morning because it just makes me feel good. But the real root of the problem was, and it's a blessing now that I'm on the other side of it, is it just came down to like the overeating thing. And for the last while now, I just really got a control on the calories I was intaking. Like, making sure that I meal prep, making sure that there's always healthy options in the fridge, and then also making sure, like, I'm not eating for any kind of comfort. I'm eating because my body needs some protein right now. I'm eating because my body needs some fruit. You know, I need some energy, so I'm gonna have a little bit of carbs. Like, I really just changed my mind on it, and I've you know, I lost the weight that I gained on those trips, and I feel, you know, I might not have like a full 6-pack right now. Like, I'm a little whatever. It's like, I don't even know what that was about. Like, trying to be like shredded, like I was about to have a a 135 fucking weight class MMA fight tomorrow or something. Like, it was cool to hit that, but like, I think I have a good balance at where I'm at now. I'm just like healthy, you know, and I got a good balance in life. I'm not spending half my day working out anymore. It's actually gave me more time, not only to figure out the work side, the creative side, the project side that gives me fulfillment and, you know, pays the bills, but it also gave me a lot more time to fix all the other problems in my life. I mean, the reason like my last relationship didn't work, the reason I would fall into a depression or be happy being like a lone wolf all the time, you know, is that like I wasn't experiencing life. I wasn't going out and hanging with friends. I wasn't going to that random rock show or whatever. Like this last little while has been about, you know, getting my fitness back on track, figuring out life without kratom, how to run my business and find mental stability with like staying focused. It was also just mostly about like having a life again. And that I feel like I've nailed. Like, they really say that like when the clouds part, you're going to feel like your old you maybe, or you're going to feel like this new version of you kind of thing. And for anyone out there that's like maybe dealing with some shit, like, it's 100% true. It happens. And there's no clock on it. No matter how much you read on Reddit or you listen to, like, you're listening to me tell you like, oh, it happened at day 60. Like, it's like, you just got to like stick to the progress, journal and figure out your emotions, figure out you, and listen to your gut and keep going. And you will wake up one day. And it's not like you'll wake up one day and the rest of your life will be perfect. That's not how life works. You'll wake up one day, and that day you will have structure. That day you will feel happy. That day you will have motivation, and you'll be excited and inspired about your project or anything you're working on. That day, a movie you watch at the end of the day will feel cool and interesting again. I'm talking from a point of like, for a month there, like, none of this stuff felt exciting. None of it felt like purpose. I couldn't work. I couldn't do anything. Like, nothing felt like anything, you know? And all I'm saying is that, like, one day you're going to feel it, and the whole day is going to feel amazing. And then tomorrow you might have a pocket of dark clouds again. And you might have a moment of, I can't stay focused at work. And you're going to have a moment of, this workout's fucking hard and I don't want to do it. But then the next day might be good again. And what happens is those good days start being stretched into like good weeks. And those dark cloud days or weeks start becoming a dark cloud hour, a dark cloud moment that like you've now built the resilience to like deal with and to go, yeah, this is what life is. It's not going to be sunshine every day. You know, that's like literally how the earth works. The weather changes. And so do you, so does your mental health, so does all this shit. It fucking changes. It's a wave, dude. And you just got to ride it. And if you make good decisions and you listen to yourself, it will, I want to say it'll be sunnier days. Like, it really will. Like, it's like controlling the weather of your mind a bit. And I'm sorry, I'm jumping into this like real deep fucking Wim Hof fucking talking to you guys like this, but it had to be said. Let me just update y'all on life, because I'm not gonna make this whole fucking thing about, I don't want, you know, I know that some of y'all out there wanted to hear kind of an update and kind of hear my thoughts on it. So I'm glad I talked about it, but other things going on in my life, because life's good, man. I'm telling you, life has been fucking good. I just shot a short film, my first, well, I'd say second real acting gig. I did a show in Canada for shout out For Y'all Entertainment. They gave me a little cameo on a comedy series they did called Office Movers, which I think is on Crave, which I think is only in Canada, but I actually haven't seen it because I don't have the program. But it was a really small cameo, couple lines, so I don't know if I really count it. What I just finished shooting was I can't talk too much about it, but it was a short film, but I mean it was like pretty fucking serious, like 30-person crew, that like it had some fucking big ass actors in it that I got to like work with, and I had to remember like like a couple pages of fucking dialogue. There was a monologue. There was, and it was cool. My character, it's a drama too. So totally out of my realm. I come from obviously pranks and stuff, but I would just say more like comedy improv is what I'm strong in. But drama is like my favorite type of film to watch, and it's always been on my like, I always knew like one day I would love to do it, and a homie of mine was directing his first short film, and he casted me in it. And again, I don't know how much information I can tell. It's not out yet. I think they're gonna do the whole like Sundance thing and try to even sell it to become a feature, which would be amazing. But yeah, man, he just shout out, buddy. Again, I don't know if I can even say their names and who it is. Like, I'm gonna wait for them to post about it. But it was a cool experience, and I took it very seriously. I mean, I took it very seriously. Wait, let me check. Is this lighting going bad? We're going kind of red here. Damn, the lighting at this hour, the lighting just changes so much. What was I talking about? Okay, so short film. I mean, I feel like everyone on their first acting gig has some kind of funny story. So I walked away being like, all right, as hectic as that was, this is an amazing first acting story for sure. I always think about Bad Friends and, Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino. They both have talked on their pod about their first acting. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I think Andrew Santino's was a cameo he did on The Office. And he talked about how nervous he was, and he was working with like a bigger talent than him, and like and something happened, or like Bobby Lee was saying something about like a director yelled at him or something because he got the lines wrong, or like, so, but then they go on and they make fucking movies and they make all this shit, so it's just a story, but you think it's the end of the world because it's your first gig. And I don't know how much I can say about it, but yeah, overall, I think it's all meant to be, and it went well. But a fuck up on my part, like a very big fuck up, led to a very awkward moment in front of like big actors, a full production crew ready to film this one scene. Let's just say I fucked up. I like fucked up pretty bad in a pretty big way. And thank God, dude. Thank God I come from an improv background where me and the director got pulled aside and we were like, he was so cool too. He was like the coolest guy ever about it. He could have been a dick. But then again, I also could have froze up and been like, oh no, I just fucked your project. He was like, dude, you got this. And I was like, I looked at him, I was like, in the moment, I'm like freaking out, but being like, bro, I can improv. I got this. Give me a rough outline of what you want to happen here. Okay, I got you. And we went in there. We did like 8 takes of it. And I let it rip as hard as I could. And to be honest, I trust him. He's He's such a great guy. He's gonna go on to direct amazing things. He's young, he gets it, and I trust him when he tells me like, "We got it, you nailed it, like, we're good," you know. So I haven't seen the final yet. Hopefully in January in the new year, I'll see it, and hopefully soon I can share it with you guys. You guys can check it out. But yeah, what an experience, man. So I did that. We did the vintage wash collection, and we're still pushing like ads out for that and stuff throughout the new year. I got one more drop for right before Christmas coming out that I'm just finalizing some designs and some marketing stuff for. But super stoked, dude. Like the vintage collection banged for us. And I was just so fucking happy with the product. Like, you guys know me. I mean, even I'm wearing a fucking 20-year-old tee right now. Like, as much as I wear my own brand and stuff, at the end of the day, I still just wear like a vintage tee because I love the feeling of it. Like, even a vintage hoodie, like, nothing beats the quality of it, you know? And I've been trying to recreate that because I haven't seen a brand recreate a proper vintage sun faded blank on a hoodie or a tee. I've never seen it. I've bought in every single brand I could test. And about 6 months ago, we started kind of re-looking into it. And I bought a shitload of vintage Thrasher, vintage Carhartt, vintage fucking Patagonia, like just feeling all the different fabrics, going to like the dye house and doing like stone washes and potassium sprays and testing things, and then printing screen prints with an edited vintage like effect on the file. Then I tried printing it normally, but then beating it up with a stone wash. Then I tried so many different things to really make it have this feel. And with this vintage collection, especially on the tees, I feel like I figured out the sauce, and it's now became my favorite t-shirt I've ever made. And what we did is, and the secret to it really was because a vintage tee is like thinner, it's buttery, it's got this hand feel when you put it on your body. It just feels nice, right? And I guess what I didn't realize before is you can't make a thin shirt and then beat it up. When someone was buying this M&M shirt 20 years ago, it was a beefy, thicker cotton shirt. But after 20 years of wearing it, washing it, it became a thinner shirt, but then also became buttery on the hand feel and gave it this faded feel and look, you know? So what we did is we took our crop shirt that was a little heavier, and we left it heavy until we stonewashed the shit out of it, potassium sprayed it, like then, you know, printed it. We almost beat it up so that it made it removed a lot of the cotton and the I don't know the actual like wordology for it, but like we basically removed it to make it like a thinner shirt, but give it this buttery feel. So it's felt like it's been washed, you know, 500 times. And, yeah, so to anyone who bought from the vintage collection, especially again the t-shirt, the crop shirt, and you're wearing it, if you've got your order already, dude, comment below. I would like, because it is my favorite product I've ever made, to the point where I'm like, I mean, I'm gonna still keep designing stuff and making stuff and, you know, creating collections and new cut and sew, but like, dude, I want those vintage tees to be a staple on our site. Because I really do believe we have created the best vintage feeling t-shirt on the internet. And they are like slightly more expensive than what our normal crop, you know, core tee would cost. But I just had to factor in, like, 'cause it's all done in America. We had to like troubleshoot this in America to keep going back and forth with them. Maybe eventually I can do it overseas. It's just, every time you do that, the quality, something will change. If they can nail it, then I can bring the price down. But dude, I mean, what I'm doing to these shirts does cost me an extra $15-$20 on top. So like I had to make them like a little bit more expensive. And I'm sorry about that. I know like buying a $60 or like $65 shirt is expensive, but, and you know, like we're always trying to be the medium. We're not trying to be the cheap $35 tee, but we're also not trying to be a $150 tee. We're trying to be in the middle. But I'm also trying to always give you guys the fucking $400 Louis Vuitton shirt when it comes to quality, but give it to you at a price point that is like just generous enough to give us a profit to keep running, but like can give you guys the best fucking quality ever. Like that has been like my mindset with this business. And you know, it might give me and the team a hard time sometimes because we're, you know, I got employees and shit. They're just like, they want us to be more than just profitable. Like, you know, they want to get a raise one day and shit. And I just keep kind of telling them like, this is a long-term play. Like we got to just like stay true to like what I did when I started this and make the best product and never get greedy when even sales are doing well, you know? So that's where I'm at with that. And what else, man? I feel like there's been a lot. I've been changing, instead of spending 7 hours on a treadmill, which became kind of boring, you know. And so I've been trying to get back into, just for two reasons, back into ways to get cardio that were fun like I used to do. So I've been back skating almost every night. That's been fun. And, you know, like, just like, dude, I'll go to like the batting cage, or like I'll hit a friend up and be like, dude, let's get back in, let's like get into surfing. Or I'm going on bike rides by the beach like every week. I'm talking to a buddy about joining a little beer league, a little hockey league, get back into hockey, training MMA again. The two reasons is, one, I miss learning a skill or being excited for the workout because it's fun or cool, and also burning calories. But the other thing was, when I looked at my life of like, okay, if I don't have a lot of friends, right? And it was like, where did my friends come from when I was younger? A lot of my friends came from the hobbies that I did. I would go to the skate park every day. That's where I met my best friends. I was, you know, on a hockey team when I was in high school. That's where I met my best friends. Like, it's like I just realized that like, that is where you actually meet your friends, you know? So that was another reason I started leaning into that and doing that on a weekly basis, and not trying to overwhelm myself. I got a lot going on, but I'm slowly just like adding those things to my life has been good. And yeah, man, shit's good. I just set up a Christmas tree. Maybe I'll plug a little pic of it. It's a little sad right now, but my last year, my mom actually hand painted me a bunch of ornaments that are in this like box that I haven't used yet. So I'm going to put them on my tree today, just to give it a little more love. And then, I don't know, I got to get some like, maybe some Christmas gifts for Chewy. Maybe a little chew toy for Chewy, you know, wrap them up, put them under the tree. Chewy's sleeping right now. I just took him on a big walk by the beach. But yeah, anyways, I don't have anything planned. I just wanted to pop in. I wanted to upload again, and I want to go back to uploading weekly for you guys and for myself. I miss it, dude. I miss the therapy-ish part of doing this for myself too. It used to be very I just would feel good. You get some shit off your chest and you talk and you have a voice, and yeah, that's it, boys. That's it. Happy to be back. For y'all that have stuck around, thank you. And again, I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded, but it is what it is, man. Love y'all. Okay. I'll see you guys probably soon, you know, next week or something. Okay. Cheers. Subscribe if you haven't. Later, boys.
but I'm knowing that you don't really care. I can't think what's making this feeling be. Sure ain't the tea that's inside of me. And now you've started singing, Red Lady, you're just fine.